Okay, we're in the turning section. Besides the simple RPM or back calculate the surface feet, let's get into some threading situations here. There's a thread reference point. I put in 2000 RPM, we're turning this thread 16 threads per inch. Once you hit calculate, it says to start out in front of the thread 5/16 out in front of the thread. This is to calculate a distance so the big turret on a CNC lathe and the ball screw can synchronize to the spindle going that fast because you're moving so fast. Sometimes your first couple of threads are a little screwy and you slow the RPM down and that fixes it, but now your tool isn't running the right surface feet. So this is a nice little trick here that calculates off of RPM and threads per inch. Now, if you're using lay down threading holders, the lay down threading holders have available to them angled anvils that kick the helix angle, and that's based upon the major diameter and the threads per inch. And the smaller the diameter and the coarser the threads, the more helix angle you'll need. So let's go in here. We're just going to stick with those half 13s. Okay, for some reason that's the number tonight. It says 2.6 degree helix angle, so let's just say 2.5. Okay, now I'm going to drop this down here. It explains a little bit about the lay down threading, but it says to find the anvil. Now, this is a common style lay down threading holder. This is what they refer to as a U style. It's pretty much in the center of the holder here. This is very common 3/8 IC right hand thread, and we need a 2.6 degree, which is 2.5. It's pretty close to that. If we're going to cut an external or internal thread, and there's basically two styles of numbering systems out there. Vardex looks like this, Delrams looks like this, and Iscar and Carmexes look something like this. And that would be the anvil that you need to cut that thread. So what we're doing is just getting you to that situation much quicker. So those two tricks, knowing the anvil and knowing how far out in front of the part you need to, or in front of the thread you need to start, can make your threading a whole lot easier.